Hey everyone, and welcome. Let's be honest. In this crazy, busy world, it's so easy to feel, well, a little lost, right? Like, what's our real purpose? Well, today we're going to dive into this amazing concept from Japan that might just hold the key. It's called Ikigai.
So, does this hit home for you at all? You know that feeling? You're always busy, you're always doing something, but you're not really fulfilled. You're moving, but you're not sure if it's in the right direction. It's such a common feeling, this search for meaning, for a real reason to want to jump out of bed in the morning.
And that, right there, is where this incredible concept comes in. It's called Ikigai. That's E-K-Gai. And this idea comes from Okinawa, Japan, which is pretty amazing because it's one of the world's blue zones. You know, those places where people live incredibly long, healthy lives. And the secret, as they've figured out, isn't just about living a long time. It's about living a good life, a life with meaning.
Okay, so how do we actually find it? The great thing is, Ikigai isn't some mystical secret you can't unlock. It's really practical. It's found right where the answers to 4 key questions about your life overlap. Think of it like 4 big circles coming together.
First up, circle number 1. It sounds simple, but it's so important. What do you love? I mean, what do you really love? This is all about your passion. What's that thing you do where you completely lose track of time? What could you just geek out about for hours? This is the core, the starting point. All right, let's move on to circle 2. What are you good at? This is all about your skills. You know, the stuff you've practiced and gotten good at, whether it just came naturally or you really worked for it. Think about it. What do your friends and family always ask you for help with? That's a huge clue right there.
Now the third circle is where we start looking outward. It asks, what does the world need? This is your mission. It's about connecting what you love and what you're good at to something bigger than yourself. How can you make a difference? What problem out there really gets under your skin and makes you want to do something about it?
And last but not least, circle number 4, the practical one. We got to be realistic, right? What can you be paid for? This is your profession. It's about how you can support yourself, how you can turn all this good stuff into a way to make a living.
Okay, this is where the magic happens. Look at how these all fit together. When what you love also happens to be what you're good at, boom, that's your passion. When what you're good at is something you can get paid for, that's your profession. When what the world needs is something you can get paid for, you've got a vocation. And when what you love is also what the world needs, well, that's your mission. But that spot, right in the middle, where all 4 of those circles overlap, that sweet spot, my friends, that is your Ikigai. That's the balance point where you find real, lasting fulfillment.
But finding your Ikigai isn't just about, filling out a worksheet. It's something you feel. And a huge part of that feeling has a name that psychologists use. They call it flow.
Oh, you totally know this feeling. It's when you're so deep into something, could be painting, writing code, working in your garden, whatever, that everything else just fades away. You look up and hours have passed, but it felt like minutes. Or maybe time just kind of stops. Finding those activities that get you into that flow state, that is a giant blinking neon sign pointing you towards your Ikigai.
All right, so let's bring this down from the theoretical to the real world. What can we actually learn from the people in Okinawa, the ones who are literally living this stuff day in and day out? Okay, check this out. One of their simplest habits is also one of their most powerful. It's called hara hachibu. Basically, it's the 80% rule. They eat until they're about 80% full, and then they stop. That's it. It's such a simple act of mindfulness and moderation, but it's directly linked to their incredible health and long lives. It just goes to show you how a tiny habit can make a huge difference.
Now this is a big one, and it's a huge contrast to how many of us think. In the West, the goal is often to work your butt off so you can eventually just stop. Retirement. But in Okinawa, they don't even really have a word for retirement. The whole idea is to just keep doing what you love, what gives you purpose, for your whole life. I mean, think about it. Why would you ever want to retire from your Ikigai?
And this whole sense of purpose is held up by their lifestyle, which is built on 3 really important things. First, they nurture a really strong community. Second, they have this mindset of haste makes waste, moving through life with a sense of calm. And third, they're always reconnecting with nature. And look, these aren't just, nice little sayings. This is the actual foundation for how they live such long, meaningful lives.
Okay, so we've got all this amazing wisdom. The big question is, what do we do with it? How can you start finding your own path to your Ikigai? This right here, this quote is the absolute heart of the whole thing. See, Ikigai isn't some finish line you cross. It's not a destination. It's the journey. The happiness, the fulfillment, it comes from getting lost in the process. That daily dance of doing what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what can support you.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Don't stress about trying to figure out your entire life's purpose by tonight. That's way too much pressure. Instead, just ask yourself this. What's one small thing, just one, that you can do today? Maybe it's only for 15 minutes. What can you do that will get you into that state of flow? Because that little thing, that might just be the first most important step you take on the path to finding your Ikigai.